Everybody wins if you lose. Even the government. This machine is not a game. It is a business plan with a screen on it, and every part of it was designed to take your money slowly enough that you keep coming back. Do you know how much gambling actually takes out of American pockets every year? And do you know why the state is glad when you lose? In Las Vegas, paramedics have a problem they have nowhere else. They cannot reach their patients. When someone collapses on a casino floor, the people at the machines beside him do not get up. They do not move aside. And it is not one machine in one city. It is a whole industry, and most of it does not look like a casino at all. In Las Vegas, paramedics have a problem they have nowhere else. They cannot reach their patients. When someone collapses on a casino floor, the people at the machines beside him do not get up. They do not move aside. They keep playing. That is not a story about weak people. It is a story about a device and about what it was built to do. The anthropologist Natasha Dow-Schüll spent 15 years inside the machine gambling industry in Las Vegas. She talked to players, designers, and executives. The players described a state they call the zone. Daily worries fade. Social demands fade. After a while, the body fades too. And here is the finding that changes everything you assume about this business. In the zone, people are not playing to win. They are playing to keep playing for as long as the money lasts. Schüll's field notes record players who stayed on the machines while water rose around their feet. Others stayed while fire alarms ran at full volume. Winning ends the session. Winning is an interruption. What the machine sells is not a win. It is the state of not stopping. Schüll's other finding is where the industry comes in. None of this is an accident of psychology. It is a design target, and the designers say so. The layout of the room guides you toward the machines. The seat, the screen height, the button under your hand are tuned to keep you there. But the interior is the smaller half. What actually sets continued play in motion is hidden inside. The pattern in which the machine hands out wins and losses. The industry has a phrase for the number it optimizes: time on device. Once you know that, the design of the machine reads differently. Every part of it is aimed at time on the device. Put 50 cents on a modern multi-line machine. 20 lines, a few of them come in. The machine pays you back 20 cents. You lost 30, and the machine lights up, plays its winning sound, and counts the credits upward in front of you. Researchers call it a loss disguised as a win. The reinforcement fires when the payout is smaller than the bet. Measured effect. Players significantly overestimate how often they won. You walk out believing the evening was roughly even. It was not. Then there is the near miss. 2 jackpot symbols land. The third stops just above the line. That is not bad luck. It is built. Near misses raise arousal and keep people playing longer, and the machine produces them on purpose. Measured in the lab, a near miss raises physical arousal and lights up the same reward areas of the brain as an actual win. It is a loss that pays you in chemistry. And then there is the sound. It is not decoration either. In experiments, the winning sounds alone made players prefer that machine, raised their arousal, and made them overestimate how often they had won. Which is the point of the multi-line design. More lines mean more small payouts, more celebrations, more sound, and a faster path to zero. Underneath all of it sits the one number that never moves, the share the machine keeps of everything played through it. That share is not a risk the operator takes. It is a setting. Play long enough, and the result is not luck anymore. It is arithmetic. So, how big is a business built this way? In 2025, commercial gambling in the United States took in $78.7 billion, up 9% in a single year. Slot machines and table games alone, $50.9 billion. Sports betting grew 23%. Online casino games, 28%. And every one of the 38 legal markets grew. Not a single one shrank. That is only the commercial half. Count the tribal casinos as well, and the American gambling industry takes in close to $115 billion a year. This is not a fading vice at the edge of the economy. It is one of the fastest growing consumer industries in the country. Now follow the money out of the building, because that is where the story stops being about casinos. In 2025, gambling operators paid $18.09 billion in gaming taxes to state and local governments, up 15% in a single year. The tax take grew faster than the industry that pays it. Every state that legalizes this writes a line into its own budget that depends on people losing money. The state is not the referee. The state is a partner, and it is worth being exact about what that money is. Gambling revenue is not what people spent. It is what they did not get back. $78.7 billion in a year is $78.7 billion in losses. The industry's revenue and the customer's losses are the same number, written from two sides. Split it. $18 billion goes to the states. The rest stays with the operators and with the companies that build, supply, and service the machines. Nobody in that chain needs you to lose tonight. They need you to keep playing, because over enough hands the share the machine keeps does the work by itself. And in one part of this business, the state does not take a cut. It runs the shop itself, the lottery. A national investigation by the Howard Center for Investigative Journalism went through lottery sales by zip code, state by state. Adults in the poorest 1% of zip codes spend about 5% of their income on lottery tickets, roughly $600 a year. The lowest income areas make up 20% of the population and 27% of ticket sales. And the shops are not spread evenly. In all 44 states, the reporters analyzed neighborhoods with a lottery retailer had higher poverty rates than neighborhoods without one. In Michigan, the neighborhoods with a lottery retailer had nearly double the poverty rate, and a median household income $16,000 lower. This is a state-run product, advertised by the state, with its outlets placed where people have the least to lose. And it grew. Over the past 2 decades, state lotteries have nearly doubled in size. The reporters describe what that adds up to: a multi-billion-dollar transfer of wealth out of low-income communities, not into the community, into state budgets, and into the private companies that run the lotteries under contract. For most of this history, you had to go somewhere. A club, a casino, a shop on a corner. Since 2018, 38 states have legalized sports betting. The machine moved into your pocket, and it never closes. And it is not only sports. Online casino games, slot machines, and table games on the phone grew 28% in a single year, faster than anything else in this business. A casino floor closes. An app does not. It is open at 3 in the morning, in bed, in the dark, with the card details already saved. The machine that used to need a building now needs a thumb. Economists at UCLA and USC went through the credit records of roughly 7 million American adults state by state as the betting laws changed. Where betting became legal, credit scores fell. Where you can bet from your phone, they fell nearly 3 times as far. And that decline shows up as debt. Bankruptcy filings rise about 10%. Debt sent to collections rises 8%. Debt consolidation loans. Auto loans falling into delinquency. The shape of a household running out of room. 7 million credit files. And they bend the same way in every state that opens the door. The money did not vanish into thin air. It moved. It is in the 71 billion, and in the 17 billion the states collected. The industry has an answer to all of this, and it deserves to be heard properly. Most people who gamble lose small amounts and stop. Adults are allowed to spend their own money on things that are bad for them. Alcohol is legal. So is tobacco. And the tax money is real. It pays for schools, roads, and health budgets that would otherwise need to come from somewhere else. Both of those things are true. Neither of them explains why the product is engineered to defeat the moment a person decides to stand up. Which brings us to what the law actually does about it. In Australia and New Zealand, the national standard for gaming machines requires a clock on the screen. Current time, clearly displayed, 12-hour format. Against a device designed to erase your sense of time, The mandatory protection is a clock in the corner of the screen. In 2002, one place decided to find out whether it works. Nova Scotia put a permanent clock, cash displays, pop-up reminders, and a forced cash out on every terminal. The corporation that ordered it wrote something remarkable in its own announcement. These features, although mandatory, were unproven.